You know, if you don't have one of these stupid little things, you need to get one. See if I can put this back now. I should have planned a little better. I should have planned a lot better. I'm a horrible planner. But I want to tell you that I spent the first 173 pages of this book very angry, very upset, very frustrated. I don't read to get depressed. I won't read those books that tear your hearts out. I just won't read them. I've seen you people on Facebook. I want a book that's going to make me cry. I don't want any of that. I read to escape life. I read to avoid what's going on in the real world. I want to read something that, if it has feeling, it has feeling. Fine. But I don't want something that's going to make me massively angry or give me nightmares or get me too emotionally involved where I get angry and pissed off at the whole world and just, And I just, I was very, very angry. The first 173 pages of this book. My two main characters were both massively depressed. They were suicidal, and they were addicted to drugs. Now, and they were separated from each other. Now, you can, in a very small comparison to Outlander, just a small one. Claire assumed that Jimmy had passed, that he had died in the war, because he intended to die in the war, but he didn't. Claire, on the other hand, because she thought he was dead, she had Brianna, she had Frank, she had her education, she had her medical career, she had a life. Jamie, he went through massive hell, but he had men to lead. And yes, he missed Claire tremendously. And he was probably suicidal quite a bit times there too. But, and one of the things that I hate, absolutely hate and despise in books is when the character believes a third party. It happens in soap operas all the time, and I just don't like it. I just don't like it. And by the way, if you could hit the like and subscribe, I would be most appreciative. This is the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina Karras, TNA. This is where we read books, talk about books, no special effects, no G music, no fancy thumbs. The title of my video is the title of the book. I'm not one of those people that make false, eye-grabbing titles. I'm just not that person. So anyways, two people are in a relationship and supposedly they love each other, right? This thing comes up. And if they're in a relationship and they love each other, when the bad guys attack you and kidnap you and beat you and tell you so-and-so said this and so-and-so said that, why the F do you believe them? Why would you believe a third party? Why? And if they'd taken up Eva on her premise, none of this shit would have happened. She's like, well, this is the time period. They don't have cameras. Well, beginning cameras, anyway. But, there's no driver's license. There's no social security. There's no computer. There's no website. You can walk into any town, anywhere, and go, hey, I'm Joe Blow, and that's it. That's who you are. So these three, Henry and Lottie and Eva, could have packed up, went to America like she suggested, and that would have been the end of it. But no, Harry's living over his father's threatening shit. And he believes he's got to protect Lottie. Just leave the country, Henry. Just pack up and go. What the F? Just go. You moved to South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana. They ain't never gonna find you. Not in 1800. 2000 maybe, but not 1800. But the idiot is here with his father. And the idiot obeys his father. And he's and then he believes mistakenly that Eva has returned to the future. He's told, we gave her the device, but it gets lost from his place or something like that. She never makes it to the future. And so Henry wallows in self-pity, in massive depression, becomes addicted to laudanum, becomes addicted to alcohol, is forced to marry this girl Fanny that he hates. He will not consummate their marriage at all. He lives in literal hell. He gives this, see if I can find it. I prefer a book. I really do. I really hate this Kindle shit. I really do. But he gives this speech on 173 that just, if I can find it. I'm sorry. I'm inadequate. I am inadequate. I'm a lousy person. But one of the reasons. This is Henry. Every day I am burdened by a slow fever, and it burns to a painful degree. Every day I am burdened by a slow fever, and it burns to a painful degree. Do you understand what that means? No, how could you? I am not in the company of a woman who could sympathize with that level of isolation. I have no friends, no family, no lover. My days are filled with appeasing your brother and my father to generate further business between our families. And you, my dear, desire what I appease your whims to, without a care for my well-being. It pains me that you do not stop to consider I am a mere mortal with a beating heart, so please keep your talk of gratitude to yourself. That's what he says to her. And he gets beaten up, a whole bunch of stuff happens to him. But before that stuff happens to him, he learns that Eva is still alive, that she didn't return to the future. So now he's determined to get to her. And that gives him a little bit of hope. And some stuff happens to him that, he could have ended up dying right there and then. But of course, someone rescues him and he goes on. And he gets to Eva. And she has her addiction to laudanum. She has her suicidal tendencies. She wants to end life. She's just very, very depressed. She was beaten. She was raped. She was told all this false information, 100% false information about Henry, and she believed it. I hate when a third party tells somebody something and they believe it, especially in a romance. Especially when the people are beating you up and raping you and telling you this stuff. You don't believe those people. You just don't. So for the first 200 pages, these people are suicidal. They're depressed. And I'm angry. I'm very, very angry and frustrated. And I don't like this book. The first 200 pages, I didn't like this book. I was very angry. And I don't like it when I get all clenched up. And I get, ugh. I just don't like it. So then we finally meet up. Our two characters connect. And, there was another point. She went in, she's staying with this family. This family rescued her and nursed her back to health, but in the nursing her back to health, she became addicted to lodging. So she's been staying with this family. She was unable to walk for some time. She went through hell, but these people nursed her back and took her into their house. And she supposedly had her pants. And she goes into town Elias happens to show up. He's passing through. And he's doing his research. Part of it was inspired by her in the first book. And Elias is a friend of Henry's. And she goes into town, and the police want to arrest her for indecency because she's wearing the pants. And she's just like, that's it. So anyway, further down the line, her and Elias go off. She goes off with Elias. She leaves the Ramlo. She goes, I just gotta go. I gotta go off and travel. And they head off to Scotland. And that's where Henry meets them up in Scotland. And we gotta work through our he said, she said chapters, getting past all the conflict, getting the correct information, getting our story straight, finding out what was true, what was not true, what was real, what was false. We got to do all that. Then we get close, and then we have the conflict of her rape that comes, and then she's like, she stops him midway, and then he gets frustrated and angry and pissed off, and then it takes him a couple days to go, oh. And it takes her a couple days to... She's telling him some stuff, but not the complete story. And that's where the book ends. They decide... She's trying to decide if she should go Back to the Future, if she should stay with him. They're not going to pursue the relationship until her decision is made. And that's where the book ends. And if that ain't frustrating as all hell... Take my little tray here. This thing comes in handy. But it was a struggle. It was a real struggle to get through this book. A massive struggle. Because I was just so angry the whole book. Let me see if I double check all my talking points. Let's see. Yep, I got them all. But I was just so frustrated that, I mean, in a way, it hit me like, I don't know, so many pages in that was an Outlander type situation but to have her raped and beaten and have the bad guys tell her stuff and have her construed in her brain that Henry had a part in it or whatever. And it's just, you fill in the sentence any way you want. It's just good, it's just bad, it's just horrible. There's this other book out there, another time travel one. And I'm going through my time travel. I'm binging time travel books this week. I've done 3 or 4 of them so far. And I mentioned them in the last video. No one has compared to my gal pal here. And I have no idea what happened to her. I still have no idea. I don't even know if she's still alive or what's going on in her life. I have no idea. It would be nice to find out. We'll see what happens. But the Brooke, Lucy Losee, those books, and the Louise Allen books. Go back in time, solve a murder mystery, have some romance. I need a little mystery, and these books are it's just too much character angst. And I'm gonna do the third one just to get it out of the way. But, just to see how the author chooses to end it. I would like the Louise Allen books. They were short. They were less than 200 pages, some of them. But that, I could use another book or two. But, there's just so much character angst in this, and the frustration, and, I deal with some depression and low self-esteem myself, and I don't want to read about it. I want to read about happy people, and solve a murder mystery, have some conflict with a murder mystery, solve a riddle, solve a case, solve something. But this 100% character angst is just not for me. There was this Emily Henry book that I read. I did a video for it. I think it's Book Lovers. I'm not sure. I think I lasted 11 chapters before I was like, yeah. But if they had just a little mystery, it doesn't have to be a murder mystery. It could have been a lost manuscript or a hidden room or a puzzle or something. That would have made the book so much better for me. But I'm not a character angst person. I do not read contemporary romance. I am just, no. You want to give me a vampire? There's something else going on besides the vampire stuff. There's a mystery. There's a case to be solved. Patricia Briggs and the Werewolves, or Carrie Arthur and Riley Jensen always solved cases each book. There's a mission in all the Feehan books. They've got to solve a case. My gal pal up here. Alright, she may be getting a little much with the sex lately. Some of those books, I'll buy them anyway. But JD Robb is just, I'm trying to figure out how to do her again, because I've done the entire series, but I love those books. I've read them 10 times each. I know those books by heart. And Janet, Stephanie Plum. And I was disappointed to learn that there won't be a Plum book this year. They're going to be her Rose series, the bounty hunter thing. But Stephanie should be back next year. We have to wait a whole year. That really sucks big time. Nobody writes as fast as Patterson. You know what I'm saying? But, so we'll see what happens between Eva and Henry, and if they get back with Lottie, and what happens from there. But, I'm just saying, Henry, get your father out of your head. Henry, you could go with her to the future. Take Lottie with you. Then, that's it. Just take your sister with you. Try and figure out how to make an additional time device. Try and repair the one you have. But take the three of you, go together. Or just go to America. His father's reach is not going to reach him all the way in North Dakota, California even. There you go. Go really far away. But, like I said, it was just so irritating, and I just couldn't stand the character depression and the character suicidal tendencies. I just like, all right, stop flipping the pages. I just don't want it. I want to be happy. We can get some character conflict. We can solve it quickly. But this trying to solve it over 900 pages of book is a little much. Claire and Claire and Jamie had their issues too, but Claire pursued her medical career. And I mean, by her point, Jamie'd been dead for over 200 years. But hey, when she finds out he's alive, she goes back. And he's a printer at that point. He's been through hell in a handbasket, but he's still supporting his family. He's not addicted to laudanum or not thinking of suicide, although I'm pretty sure at some points Jamie is thinking those thoughts after Claire leaves. He went into battle intending to die and he didn't. But if you haven't read the books, I mean the Outlander books, they're 1,000 pages a piece. Or do the videos, get the DVDs. They're available. You can watch it all over the place. Or if you want to pay for it, well, you pay for DVDs too, but Stars, you can binge on Stars too. But we'll see what happens. Got to get to the third book. I'll get it done today, tomorrow, and I think the next video day is Tuesday. I think. We'll check it out. But anyways, if you could, again, please hit the like and subscribe. Let me know I'm doing a good job. I need people to see my channel. No one sees my channel. Please share. Please like. Please subscribe. Have a good day.